Okay, all right. So here we go. So I'm going to move it over a little bit. I don't like to show too much of me.
We was just live on
I cut me off a little bit because I don't like to show all of me.
Yeah, because that'll take the whole camera shot. Y'all wouldn't even see me.
I can't stand her.
One shoulder.
Yeah, I gained so much weight during this COVID. God dang it. Man, I was already heavy. And it's like, the COVID just pushed me over the edge. So that's all right. I'm starting next.
He's my brother.
Well, people say next. I'm gonna start next week. I'm starting for sure. Next,
right.
For sure. Okay. I haven't said that yet though. Okay. So this is the first time I'm saying that. So
that's fine.
When your fat clothes don't fit no more, when your robe fits like a shirt, it's time. It's time.
Oh yeah.
All right. So with all that being said, we're getting ready to do our review.
Woods report
of Coming to America. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I just want to start off by saying I thought the movie I loved it. I laughed. I think I've seen it like 3 to 4 times now, and every time I see it, I laugh more and more each time. Mm-hmm. And then you didn't really.
It was okay. It wasn't like what she's saying, because she's like, "Oh, it was really good." I'm like, "No, it wasn't really good. Mm-hmm. It was okay. It made me laugh. Mm-hmm. It did. It took me back to memories.
Okay,
and that was really nice, because any memory of the first one, which unfortunately I watched so many times,
right?
Your expectations may be a little higher because you watch it so many times.
And that's what I tell people. I did a video before this, and I said, if you watch it, do not compare it to the original. Because if you compare it to the original, then it's going to fall short. But if you look at it as a movie that was kind of like a love letter or a tap to the original, mm-hmm. you'll love it, because you will see all the things that was in the original that they kind of played back on, mm-hmm. and they brought the whole story full circle around. Yeah. So let's start off. I made my little note. So mm-hmm. let's start off with the opening scene and the costumes. So the opening scene.
I thought about
Black Panther.
Black Panther.
And I just thought about this. Coming to America was before Black Panther. Yeah. So Black Panther pretty much copied Coming to America's opening.
I don't know, did the original Coming to America start like that?
Yes, I went back and looked at the original.
It panned over.
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's one thing I don't remember.
I went back and looked at the original Coming to America, and it was showing all of the land, and it zoomed in on the beautiful mansion and landscape.
Okay.
That's what Black Panther copy Coming to America.
Now that I know.
So let's not get that twisted. Nice. But it did make you think of Black Panther and how that opening scene was, and the beautifulness and the glory of Africa.
Wherever country they was actually panning
rich,
over.
Just rich.
A beautiful continent in general.
Yes, and let's talk about the costumes. Man,
now, that's one thing of course, the first one, they had controversy when James Earl Jones wore the big tiger lion.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the whole animal rights thing, because we were excited about the costumes in the first one. Mm-hmm. But this second one,
man,
that Prince, not Prince, but because he was, what's his name's son?
Yeah.
He was dressed to the T.
All
there was some
of them
outfits
was
that
dressed.
he had on, and I'm like, I wear that myself.
The women were dressed. The men were dressed.
There was one outfit that Eddie Murphy had on that was a little
orange
clown suit.
She didn't like the orange suit.
Otherwise, they were all dressed to the T.
So for sure, whoever did costume design, if that person doesn't get nominated for
that was a good one.
Some kind of award coming up next year, then that's an oversight.
So I do agree on that. The costume was good.
The costume was excellent.
And the makeup was still great for the
makeup was good.
The barbershop guys. They made them a little ordinary. We all know, for real, as old as they was,
they would have been dead 30 years later.
You know, come on now. The Jewish man, he would have been dead twice. Come on. But still, it was nice.
Another thing that a lot of people didn't know was Eddie Murphy's real daughter was the one with the glasses.
Yeah.
That's his daughter in real life. Wow. And she played his daughter in here.
Okay.
The one with the glasses, the middle daughter.
I enjoyed the daughters. I enjoyed their acting and their engagement. That older one, I see her going places. Beautiful girls. They were beautiful women. So
that was good. I like the throwback to McDowell. restaurant.
Always.
In the beginning. And if y'all go back and look at it, y'all look at the clown.
They had a Ronald McDonald, a black person.
That Ronald, I think his name wasn't Ronald, it was like Donald McDonald or something. It was, they always play on the names. Man, that clown, he had an orange afro.
Now that was,
and it was like to the side, like back in the 90s with a part on it.
Uh-huh. So that was funny too. Sometimes they didn't have to say anything. It's just what they was doing or what they were wearing.
Yes.
But the one thing I didn't like, and I know I don't want to jump on your against whatever list you got on.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who sang at the wedding in the first one.
Yeah.
I didn't really like that song.
She didn't like that new song.
I didn't like the music that they. It's almost like you forced the Gladys Knight song in there.
Yeah, she didn't like that.
That to me was beyond. They
what
didn't
a
need
king,
that.
what a king, what a king, what a mighty good king.
And then, what the purpose of Gladys Knight's song? Really?
He's leaving on that midnight train.
That to me,
Zumbamba,
that was cheesy. They didn't need that.
Well,
that to me wasn't like.
I just thought it.
The song he sang at the wedding, no,
yeah,
or at the funeral, whatever he was singing.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny. Wesley Snipes, I thought was hilarious.
He was hilarious,
and him dancing every time he came in.
That was a side of him a lot of people don't. They see the blade, they see the roughness of him. This side of him, comical.
I thought Wesley Snipes was funny. Michael Blackson, when he announced Wesley Snipes,
that was
I
funny.
thought he said the inspiration for Mukasa, the most well-endowed man in Africa. The most, everything he was saying, I laughed. I swear I wish I could have been in that movie.
That was funny.
If I was in that movie, I wish that would have been my part. I would have announced Wesley Snipes
to
the T. But Michael Blackson did it. He did a very good job.
Mm-hmm.
I like the flashback scenes, how they went back to the club when they was looking for women.
No, that was another thing they could have kept.
Mm-hmm.
You were thinking, what's the storyline? I could have came up with another storyline where they didn't have to stretch the old show. Because we know the first one, they didn't show them, he and Arsenio's character meeting other women. So you're going to pull, that's the way you pull
added. Yeah, they added.
I'm like, okay, when they did that, that's what kind of took me away. Like, really? Y'all stretching. So any storyline could have happened if you would have just built on like you just did in that.
Right.
And they could have left that out.
Well, that's how they had to explain him having a son, because he was with Lisa. That was how he was going to sow his royal oats.
Royal oats,
But that was good. Going back to the king dying at his own funeral, superb. Where have you seen somebody die at their own funeral?
Want a funeral before
I want to be at my funeral, and I want to die at the funeral. That was wonderful.
And then we were missing the mom. I don't know.
She passed away.
The mom was missing. Eric, what's his name? Eric LaSalle was missing.
And
her sister. Kim kind of told me a little bit about the sister incident. But
the sister, Lisa's sister, she didn't leave the show right. So she don't want to have anything to do with Coming to America. Even if you look at her bio as an actress, she doesn't even list Coming to America on there.
Wow.
So
I didn't break up.
I didn't see her coming back. But Eric LaSalle, I was like, why did he not come back?
Eric LaSalle.
If somebody knows why, let us know.
They showed the Soul Glow.
Just let your soul glow.
But other than
and how many times did y'all get the Soul Glow references in there? It was one that was at the barbershop. There was a billboard that had Soul Glow, and it was playing Soul Glow. Did y'all hear that? They was playing Soul Glow in the background. It was like, go back and listen to it. Hilarious. So Soul Glow people, they got it in there some kind of way.
Squeeze that in.
Let's see. When Tracy Morgan and the actor who played the Prince was in the office and he was getting ready to get his job, and he told him, "Don't use your white voice when you go in there."
Right.
And then he went in there, and of course the Duke flashback. We love that.
That's the guy's grandson, right?
Yes.
That was getting ready to hire him, but
yes. I like how he said when he told him sooner or later you're gonna get caught with blackface, and he said, it's only one time, and I played Will Smith. in a man, and he said, "Oh, Will Smith in Aladdin," and he said my face was blue. He said I only had black face underneath.
See, it's stuff
Why
like
would you
that.
have black face underneath and you got on blue paint? I love it. I love it.
Okay.
Comedians, we love this show, this movie. The Barbershop.
Oh, you can't go wrong with The Barbershop because that's always a funny thing. Even going back to the history.
Oh, look who's here. Edie Amin. No, Tiny
They
Amin.
say everything regarding Africa. Except,
And then the guy in the chair said, "Yeah, the one with the baby with the flies." He, "Oh, hold on now, hold on. We don't go there. We don't talk about babies up in here. Now you get on out of my shop now with all that. We don't do all that."
right.
And then it did all talked about the man's mama, everything,
Kid
but
Day, Nelson Mandela,
everything. But because that dude said kids with flies, you gonna have to go now.
flying around.
Then when he left, and then he said he told him to give him his money, and then he slammed it in his hand. Don't be slamming that money in my hand.
He's like, "Don't even come back here."
I love it.
So, man.
I love it. Floyd Mayweather was the new boxer they talked about.
Yes,
Before
yes.
it was Muhammad Ali and Martin Luther King. You don't know no Martin Luther King.
And they made him older.
Oh my God, I
Okay.
love it. I love
yeah,
it.
it was the comedy that was the funny stuff that made you go, okay. It was that storyline stuff that they added. You like, really?
I love it. And then the Jewish guy, anybody could be a Nazi. They come to your house in Best Buy clothes. They could be a Nazi.
So that was nice.
Loved
That
it,
was nice.
loved it.
And how they even with Arsenio's character, it was what's it, Simi?
Simi.
Oh, at the beginning they wanted him kill him.
Everybody hates
kill him.
Simi.
Just and then even
Just
the witch
kill him,
doctor,
son. Just kill him, son.
Chuck him. He spit on him. They didn't like Simi. So that was funny.
Oh my God. Okay, let's talk about Leslie Jones when they came to the house.
That was a stretch, bringing her in there. Like he walked away in the club and had sex with her. Okay.
He brought him back. He brought Eddie Murphy back and said, "You remember him?" She's like, "Oh, it's the king. I remember him." And she kind of talked about like in an intimate way. And then everybody's face was like, "Ooh." And she said, "You know, I was a hoe."
Right. So that joking about her in the apartment when they went to bring the son back. And he was just coming to get the son, and he was like, "Oh, my mom coming too." And then she said, "Yeah, I know I was a hoe." And all in their little comical corner in her apartment, that was funny. So,
then when they brought her back to the house, when they brought her to Africa, "Hey, queen, sorry I slept with your man."
She hugged her a long time. So yeah, bringing Leslie in, it's unfortunate that they had to do it that way because that was a stretch, like I said.
God.
But when you do bring Leslie in any kind of movie, she's going to be her funny part, you know.
And then she was like, we one blended family, just like the Kardashians. I love her. I love Leslie Jones.
Now I didn't like. I don't know if anybody said anything. Eddie Murphy. I didn't like his character. He seemed to me like he was kind of dull, like a wimp.
No, I think Eddie Murphy.
His dad
let
even
me tell
made a comment
the
about
thing
that.
I love about Eddie Murphy is, first of all, he's a GOAT. He's the genius. He's the greatest of all time. Because you had Leslie Jones and because you had Tracy Morgan, and he was like, I'm gonna pull back, and I'm gonna let them be the great comedians that they are,
but not
and
even,
pull that energy.
But not even that, because he wasn't like that even in the first one. But if you notice his character, he was a wimp. Because
he was a wimp in the first one.
I know, I'm just saying, it showed more of him with his relationship with his wife, and he was like, I had a long day, and I wanted to, he touching her, and she's like,
right, leave me alone.
Like, okay, I guess I'll go to bed and go to sleep. And just to show that he's just kind of really lax and passive. He's not king. He's not authoritative. Like, even if he's not funny because he has so many comedians around him, he still could have showed he had a backbone. And I just kind of missed that.
So you felt like he should have been more
assertive, more. He was a king. His wife and them kind of tight. Even his daughters, it was kind of like over. He seemed like a weak character.
I love how they made the women powerful.
Yes, they did. And maybe to make him weak, that shows that they're powerful. I don't know.
The women, I think they wanted to show the women rule that family. From the wife on down to the daughters. But if you
think about the first one, James Earl Jones and the wife, even though James was aggressive and assertive, that wife still had her, honey, you are the king. Who are you to make the changes? And
Yeah.
she still used her feminine to the art of persuasion.
Right,
but
right.
Not the way Eddie Murphy and his wife were. I don't know.
Getting back to Leslie Jones, I had one of her lines. I said "Hey Queen, I'm sorry I slept with your man. It's okay, it's okay." That was my one line she had. My other line, she said, "I'm so hungry I could eat an ass out of a zipper."
Oh Lord. Kim watched the movie 5 times, so she was catching stuff that we probably missed one time or two.
And then when she said to the mashed potatoes, she said, mashed potatoes is black.
And it was caviar.
And it was
right?
caviar. That was funny. And then she kept calling Eddie Murphy, "Hey, baby daddy king."
That's why he didn't want to bring her back. He just wanted to bring the son.
Oh my God. I thought that was so funny.
Right,
and then, of course, Tracy Morgan.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
Tracy Morgan just have to say, the way he say stuff, it makes you laugh. What you talking about? I've been raising this boy ever since he was a tad boy to the upper, whatever line that Tracy Morgan had. Tracy Morgan he could do no wrong for me. He's just funny.
Now I did like how they incorporated the woman that Eddie was going to marry. She's still barking and whatever he told her to do.
Yeah,
but
Vanessa
that was
Bell.
funny because you're thinking he never told her to stop barking like or acting like whatever animal was the last animal he said for she jumped on the one foot
like
out.
a dog.
You thinking she did that direct off for a long time because that's a long time.
And when they took the curse off of her, she still was barking. Like that man was talking to her at the party. She was like, like, and then Wesley Snipes and Eddie Murphy looked at each other like,
no, we could do.
Hey, you had her in that curse for so long, man. She is part of her life now. I just thought it was so funny. So that was funny. I thought, what else? What else
did you write down?
Oh, when they was talking, Eddie Murphy, when the Prince, and Eddie Murphy and Tracy Morgan, and they was trying to teach Eddie Murphy some cool stuff from from Queen, and he would say, "Be like, what's up, ho? What's up, ho?" So then when his wife and Leslie Morgan came in, he's like, "Hey, ho," and they was like, "Oh, hold on, no. And then Tracy Morgan, "Don't call his mama a ho. Don't do that."
Oh, and I know Kim definitely remember
what
sexual chocolate. That boy good. You can't never go wrong with that. That boy's still good. That boy good.
My favorite line from the original was "That boy good."
That boy good.
When people ask me to repeat lines from Coming to America, one of my favorite lines is "That boy good." That boy good.
That boy ain't good.
I say that all the time. And my 2 lines from the original was "That boy good" and "You don't know no Martin Luther the King"
in the barbershop.
That was mine.
But that was nice bringing sexual chocolate, and they brought the twins. The ones that,
hey, my name is and I'm the best. All the boys want to feel
my chest. I'm like, no, they didn't bring them ladies back. He's still living.
Oh my God, we all over the place with this. Yeah. Okay, so the other part I like is when the Prince had to get the whiskers from the lion, and Tracy Morgan was up in the tent thing or whatever, they was overlooking it, and he said, "What kind of kingdom is this? Y'all ain't got no lunch trays, no snackables or nothing." I love it. They didn't have no spread. I bet you that line, I swear to God, I bet you that line was not written. I bet you that's Tracy. I bet you Tracy Morgan was sitting there going, what is this? Y'all ain't got no Lunchables.
With the comedians that was in this, we don't know what was ad-lib and what was actually scripted. I'm sure Eddie Murphy allowed them some freedom. But when the boy finally, the lion finally came over, cat food.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Cat food saved him. And that little tiny can and that big old lion licking on it. I'm like, okay.
I like the McFlurry. McDonald's got the McFlurry. We got the McFurby. See, they put their stuff on the top. We put ours on the bottom. I love how he always do a spin on everything. They got the golden arches. We got the golden arcs.
Yes. But it was about women being power, because I remember when, what's his name? The Good Times dad, the what's his name? The company, the McDowell's.
Yeah.
When he did make a comment to Eddie Murphy and said, "What would your mother do? What would your mother say to you?"
Right.
So they always reference the women giving them knowledge and the direction, and the women being empowered, and even the daughter
owning your own business,
and be concerned about. She wanted to take the place of when her father died and be the queen, to be the next in line, because she practiced for it, she learned, studied. So it was empowerment for women. It's just that I didn't like the weakness of the king himself. So other than that,
I thought it was funny. And then the love story I thought was nice. I thought the prince falling in love, with his hair, the person that does his hair, and she want to have her own shop. I like the love story. I like how, they got up out of there, went back to America. I like how Eddie Murphy came back and went to his son, went back in the barbershop. This time he was what you said, he was more demanding.
Yeah.
He was nice the first time. The second time he came in, he was not that nice.
Okay.
And he was more authoritative.
Where's my son at?
And that's when the barbershop guy was like, who are you, Kente Kente, coming up in here barking orders out? He said, I got a dog named King. Right. Just because you a king.
Funny. That was funny.
You a king. I got a dog named King. And then they said, this is my shop. We in Africa.
That was funny. Okay.
I thought that was funny.
Those little lines did help.
I thought that was funny.
Keep the comedy going.
And then going back to the minister, when there was marrying them, Arsenio Hall had no clothes on under his robes. I just want to tell y'all, the Lord has been good. Now he gonna do all of that, and then when they want to extend it, I'm gonna need about $200 more. You gonna need to finish this service. That's what you gonna need to do.
Yep.
I loved it.
Yes,
I loved it. I thought it was so funny. I thought it was so funny. I love it. I told you I love the movie.
It was okay. Like I said, it's just some of the storylines was stretching. You like, really? You gonna slip away in the club and go have sex with Leslie's character?
And he said a Borg. All of a sudden, she gave me some of her sacrificial herbs,
right,
or some herb. And he said, and then I felt I was out, and a wild Borg came into the room, and it was thrashing and. That was funny. I thought that was funny. I thought that was funny.
Came in.
Eddie Murphy was trying to stop the lift car, because the original, you can snatch a car up, and this guy's like, you're gonna need an app or something. You can't be stopping me like this.
Uber driving and stuff.
I thought that was
quick.
funny.
So stuff like that was bringing it up to today, modern time, and how we're doing.
Them going back to Africa at the ceremony again. Another Leslie moment is when she told that girl with the spiky shoulder pads.
Oh yeah,
girl, you making a statement with that.
That's right.
You making a statement.
That dress is making a statement. Her sleeves was pointed up.
I thought that was funny. And then when they was announcing Sexual Chocolate at the end, and they was trying to guess who was coming, they was naming all these people, and they said, Diana Ross. Who can be better than Diana Ross?
Anticipating who was coming.
Oh, I thought it was funny.
And it was him, Sexual Chocolate, who gained weight.
Now let's talk about, oh my God, Sexual Chocolate.
We are family.
I got my, what is it?
Sexual Chocolate with me, or I got
Sexual Chocolate with me.
Something like
we
that.
are family. And again, Eddie Murphy with his brilliantness. And everybody, come on now. Come on. We are family. I got Sexual Chocolate with me.
He over there clapping.
That boy's still good. That boy. And then the other Eddie Murphy character, if you can't beat him, join him.
Yeah, they clapping too. So yeah,
I thought it was
taking
funny.
us back to the original. That was wonderful.
The bloopers was funny at the end when the guy who played the prince did. He had the whiskers. I got some whiskers. Eddie Murphy was like, "That's mine."
Yeah,
because we all know he did. I got some ice cream.
So
and they even did a James Brown thing in there.
Where?
Because when he was saying the name of the different kings, Gerald Levert, cool. Jimmy Brown, cool. James Brown, cool. And then somebody went, "Hey!" That was Eddie. One. See, you got to go back and watch it. And if you know Eddie Murphy, gonna get in the hot tub. Gonna make you sweat.
People like him can update you on what you missed. Man, I really don't want to sit through it again. But she tells me some of the stuff I missed.
John
Legend.
Did you
catch that when they said that?
John Legend at the end.
Yep,
She's
that was good.
Your queen to be.
a John Legend moment of singing it. That was nice.
The words.
So yeah. But other than that, from a scale 1 to 5, Kim gives it a 5. A 5.
No, I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a 4.5.
You sure? Because the way you was screaming about this and the jokes and the
I can't give it a 5. I would give it a 5 if the storyline, like you said, I thought the way they went about introducing him, I would have preferred it to be his son from Lisa.
Yeah.
And it was like
his son wants to go to like arranged marriage.
And because they kept showing how Lisa was still connected to Queen.
Yes.
So maybe his son is not, I don't want to be, in Africa. I want to be in Queens.
I want to live in New York.
In America.
But you're ready to take the throne. Be here to take the throne.
No, and I thought that would have been a better line. Like, I want to go back. I want to go to America. And I want to, I want to see what's going on in America.
And who's to say he could have met somebody older like a Leslie? And then the dad would be like, son, you sure you want to marry her?
But the positive thing about it is I like how they switched it up and had him marry an African woman. Because a lot of times Americans or black people in this country, they got a vision of Africa like it's poor and like like it's not rich and so I felt like that's what he was trying to. Okay, I think he was trying to show the richness of Africa and because one of the lines was, I want a woman so black when I make love with her, I gotta have a flashlight. That was one of the lines in the thing.
Who said that?
I forgot who said, but one of the lines was, I want a woman so black when I make love to her, I want a flashlight.
I missed that one.
That was in there. It might have been Tracy Morgan. I don't know who said it, but I gotta go back and look at it. But that was one of the lines, or just the fact of having this time the woman can come from Africa, but you still could have did that same storyline with him going to,
and he figures out that African women are just as beautiful, and then he may end up with one. I just felt like the storyline was stretched a little bit when they had him in the club and go meet Leslie and get pregnant by her.
Yeah.
So
let's see what did some people say on here. Let's say. It was Tracy and Leslie that made the show for me. Linda said that. Yeah. And that's why I'm saying, Linda, that's why I feel like Eddie Murphy pulled back. Because it was so much Leslie.
He didn't have to pull back. That's what I'm saying. We're different of opinion. He wasn't even over the top in the first show.
That's true.
Yeah, because it was always the people around him was always the comedy and the aggressiveness or whatever. He was still kind of laid back even in the first one. Yeah. I just felt he was kind of wimpish in this one.
Well, I think that's his character, though. Yeah, that's the character that he was playing. Okay. Let me see. Somebody said Wesley Snipes is not a comedian. No, he's not, but he was funny.
He's been in funny shows. If you watched any of his old movies.
That one where he dressed like a woman.
Dressed like a woman in that one.
Something. I forgot the name of that one.
Woo Choo or something.
That was funny. But he was funny in this.
But you know what, you guys? He's an actor. And they've done stage acting. He can do pretty much anything.
Yeah, he was funny. He was definitely
funny. As a skilled actor. It's hard to do comedy if you don't have it in you, like a Leslie and what's his name?
Yep. And somebody said, yeah, Tracy at his best, improvisation. Yeah, man.
He had to improv.
It was a lot of improv. It was a lot of improv. Storyline to be more realistic but still funny. Okay, so they agree with you.
That storyline was just
that was Linda.
They stretched it.
But you can't take the movie and put it up against the original.
Right.
You gotta take this movie and put it where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be an homage to the original.
And he pretty much said that when he was selling it. Eddie Murphy he was not getting an award for this, and he knows that it was probably a stretched storyline. He just wanted comedy out there for people to just remember and laugh. And
actually, I've seen it 3 times. I honestly, guys, I could say it again. Every single time I watch I catch something new.
My mom, we know these are not the movies that my mom watched. My mom likes action movies, one man army kind of thing, Arnold Schwarzenegger, that kind of man. The one man or the woman like Wonder Woman that kills everybody. So the scene that she actually saw was when Wesley Snipes was fighting the girls. Remember the daughter? My mom was like, ooh. I think I want to see this movie. And I had to let her know, Ma, that was really the only scene that they was fighting. So she said, okay, I won't even watch it.
But it was funny. I recommend, if you have not seen it, I recommend that you see it.
Yeah, I recommend everybody see it.
But you got to see, to me, this is my opinion, you got to see the first one first. Because you won't understand.
The first one?
You won't understand the second one if you don't see the first one. Because everything was like pushing you towards the first one.
The first one was a classic. So I'm thinking, if you have not seen Coming to America, the first one, you are really behind. You are really behind, because that's a classic. Especially the barbershop scene and the 1 to 5. You said 4.5.
I say, you know what? I'm not even gonna do 4.5. I'm gonna say 4, because if I say 4.5 and a real good movie come, then y'all gonna be like, you gave Coming to America 4.5.
Oh.
So 4.
So
I'll do a 4.
I'll do a 3.
I'll do a 4 because it's not the funniest movie I've ever seen.
Not.
If y'all ever see me come on and do a review and I say 5, then you need to see that movie. That's a movie that's like that's a funny,
and this is a 4,
good movie.
Now you being real, this is a 4 because of the comedy, not the storyline.
I'm doing 4 because of the comedy. It was funny. The costumes were off the wall. They were so good.
That prince was dressed. I was trying to look and see who made that one outfit he had, the black. It was he had the cane walking in. I said, that is sharp. I would wear that myself.
And I hope that brothers start dressing like this. Like young dudes, instead of your pants, instead of us seeing your underwear and your pants hanging, let's push this look.
Yeah.
Because this look, y'all look like kings. Like y'all look like, let me tell you something. If young brothers and men y'all start dressing like this, y'all talking about y'all scaring white folks now. They gonna be like
they very
they're secure. It's not gonna be scared. It's gonna be a reverence.
Well, I know,
like if you walk in the room, it's a reverence.
Let's be
you
realistic.
Gonna get.
We know brothers in the street ain't gonna wear that, but the entertainer.
Why can't they wear that?
I'm just saying. He
was rocking the way they had.
Well, let's just be real. We know the first level of guys who will wear this will be your entertainers.
The way they had because he had on some Timberlands, like the way they had.
You talking about that casual wear? I'm not talking about I'm talking about
the African. Like he was still wearing his kicks and stuff, even with his. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't gonna dress like that in the hood.
Look, I hope.
We know the first ones we'll start seeing would be like Chris and all of the Usher, those kind of entertainers, or even athletes. They'll start dressing like that. But brothers in the hood ain't gonna dress like they'll wear the casual stuff.
I like why did I not mention this? I'm gonna mention the natural hairstyles. I'm gonna talk about natural hairstyles. I don't care about weaves. I don't care about if you're getting a creamy crack, that's fine. I don't preach against that. So I'm not a person that preaches against, like, you only got to have natural hair because you don't like your natural, because you say it's hard to, go
hard
through.
To manage, yeah.
But I like how, as Black women, we are opening up our choices. Because before it was you had to get a press and a curl. That was it. Then you had to get a curl. Jerry curl or whatever. And then when people, or relaxer. But now it's, if you want to wear your hair relaxed, you can. If you want to wear your hair natural, you can.
You got the wigs to do it too.
I love all of that. I loved all of the looks. All of the looks.
It was a good movie to show us, to showcase Black people.
Yes.
People of color.
What else are they saying? Oh, I'm so ghetto. What else is they saying over here?
They saying,
Linda says she watched it 3 times. It was a very good movie. Some people weren't born yet. Oh, from the original. Yeah, it was 30 years ago. Think about people who are in their 20s. They wasn't even born when Coming to America came out.
And I would suggest that they sit down and watch the first one.
Oh, Linda said, yeah, he still wore hip hop. That's what I would say. It was a
I
cross.
like that part of it.
I love it. I love it. It was a cross.
One outfit he had on his gym shoes was really nice.
Because you can't wear, you can't be telling brothers on the street wear a dashiki. They're going to be like, really? Yeah. But his was like, it was hip hop. Yeah. Or they can wear even a tracksuit with incorporating kente or whatever, or African fabric and stuff. I really love that. I wish they picked that
probably
up.
Nike, and look out for Nike and all of them to start incorporating urban even with African, some accents.
They
there.
need a, like, I
That
don't
would
even,
be really
and y'all
nice
brothers
line.
on here, cause y'all know gym shoes, like gym shoes with like African print, things like that.
Something
Like,
that's Afrocentric still
yeah,
that takes you back to the motherland. I like that.
some Nikes and,
Okay.
and Air Jordans and things
So
like
that's
that.
it then. You give it a 4.
I give it a 4.
3.
You give it a 3. So that is our take on Coming to America. Hope you guys, if you have seen it, sorry, spoiler, you should have seen it by now. I'm sorry.
Thank you. It's been
I
out 2
don't
weeks.
feel sorry for you.
Ooh.
If it was spoiled for you, you watching this video, too bad, so sad. I gave people plenty of time to see this movie. Some of y'all get mad and I talk about Terminator 2. Now that's been 20 years ago.
They hadn't seen it yet.
Don't talk about Terminator 2. I ain't seen it yet. You didn't get off of social media. Because we're going to talk about movies, especially if they 20 years ago.
Right. Okay.
Lord have mercy, people be getting mad. I'm going to get some stuff in my inbox. You ruined it for me. I didn't get a chance to see Coming to America. Well, too bad, so sad. I said Coming to America review in the text.
You really can't ruin this movie telling the ending.
You
of it.
can't,
Really?
you can't.
He gets married. Okay, boo.
Right.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So that was our take on it. Thank y'all for tuning in to another Woods Report. All right.